on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. 1 pound fish. Yo, oh, Spider-Man epic. Yes, we will be sculpting Spider-Man. And why are we sculpting Spider-Man? Simply put, bro, I want to milk the new movie that's out here. And I know that this is a popular topic. And I did want to sculpt Spider-Man again. Why do I want to sculpt Spider-Man again? Is because I tried sculpting Spider-Man before and it did not work out as I wanted it to. Basically, at that time, I was a jetty and I sucked. So here's the Spider-Man that I sculpted when I was a jetty. This Spider-Man sucks. So I want to do it again. And I want to see how does it turn out this time. Which I'm pretty sure it's going to be so much better. So yep, here we are, sculpting Spider-Man. I'm excited to see how you do the clothes at the end, the texture. Yep, that's going to be very fun. I have a few ideas on how I'm going to tackle that. And definitely it's going to be fun to watch as well. So, yep, I 100% feel the difference now that I replaced the nib on my tablet. Yep, awesome, man. I did not had replaced my tablet for the longest time as well. And though the nib does cause scratching, if you don't replace it, it can still happen if you just use your tab normally and if you've just used it a lot. So in either case, you will scratch your tablet. But the cool thing about these tablets is that they are made for this purpose. So mine, if I can show you, let me show you. Let me show you. Wait, can you see it? Can you see it? Do you see it? Do you see how scratched that is? Have a look here. Yeah. Now my cable is not that long, so I cannot bring it closer. But what I can do is I can zoom in on the camera. Just a sec. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Let me try to put the. No, it won't open. Oh, it's not opening because I'm touching the tablet, and the tablet has touch to it. So yeah, my bad. Just a sec. Here. Eh, eh. Yeah, we should be able to see it now. It's very scratched. And you might also notice that it's scratched on this side more than it's scratched on this side. And there's a reason for that as well. So basically what happens is that your tablet maps your whole monitor and then this tablet is your monitor basically. But what happened with mine, bro, is that my tablet, I basically use two monitors, so dual monitor, and then my tablet is split in half. So I'm scuffed on the left side and then hence the left side of my monitor is scratched. Now I use an ultra wide and I use a portrait monitor on this side. Let me show you my setup here. So I have this ultra wide over here, and then I have this portrait on the left, and hence my tablet is now scratched on the center. Yep, interesting things. Where am I? Here am I, Joe Peekaboo. Yep, that's my setup basically. Yo, Henry, how's it going, my man? It's been such a long time, bro. I tried reaching out to you on school as well, bro. How did your exams go? How were your exams, my friend? I hope you conquered them the same way you've been conquering sculpting. That's really interesting. Yep. By the way, guys, has anyone seen the new Spider-Man movie yet? I haven't. And I won't yet because I made my wife watch all of the parts with me. Basically rewatch the whole Avengers because she hadn't. And now we still have to watch Far From Home. No, No Way Home before we watch this final part. So I haven't watched it yet. So no spoilers in the chat. If someone comments a spoiler, I will ban you. There's no, how would I say, no tolerance for spoilers here. By the way, a really funny thing happened. This reminds me of spoilers. So basically, my favorite game is The Last of Us. And what happened was, I was streaming and I was talking about The Last of Us, and someone joined and just told me that, yeah, The Last of Us is a great game, bro. I played it as well. And I got so excited, bro. I got so excited to talk about The Last of Us. And I thought, hey, what do you think about the ending? And this happened, and that happened, and this happened, and that happened. And then he commented, bro, I wasn't that far in the game. And I spoiled it for him. That wasn't a good thing to do. So since then, I've been more careful about when I'm talking about series or movies or games on streams, because I don't want to spoil it for everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Naira. Kyron 3D Yard. Hello, hello. How are you? I'm left-handed, so I was determined to get a tablet with no stuff on the left side. Oh, interesting. I saw the new movie. It was brilliant. I'm seeing the film Saturday. I can't wait. Awesome. All right, so we're already hearing some really good stuff about the movie. And yeah, I think right now the only good thing that Marvel is producing is the Spider-Man movie. Like after Endgame, bro, it was a downhill. Marvel went downhill, bro. Marvel is not the same since the Avengers. And especially what they did to Thor and the other characters, man. Like they just turned them to comedy skits, which is so annoying to watch as a viewer. And this is the same thing that they did with the Call of Duty, man. Like Call of Duty was such a hardcore shooting game where you shot people, you killed some people, you had awesome kill streaks. But then, since after Black Ops 3, you started flying in the air and then you crawl on wall. Like, what the hell? What? And then the soldiers, they're dancing and doing all of these weird little, I don't know, girly dances. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, is this Call of Duty or is this... Yeah. What's going on here? I didn't like Marvel since the Avengers. Yeah, I'm sorry. Morning, Pelora Futho. How are you, my friend? Yeah, I'm sorry it's been a while, but yeah, they went really well. I got so much compliments from the teachers, and I'm now turning back into sculpting. Awesome, man. That's nice. I'm doing the Walter White sculpt. All right, let's go. Jesse, it's time to cook, Jesse. I am the one who sculpts. Looking forward to your Walter White sculpt, my man. What do you rate the film 1 out of 10? Bro, I haven't watched. Like, if you guys are discussing, then good. I love that discussion. But if you're asking me, I haven't watched it yet. By the way, guys, let me show you something really cool. So here's what I'm sculpting on the side. And it's hilarious as hell, bro. Let me show you. So basically what I'm sculpting with Spider-Man is Baby Arnold. I'm Baby Arnold. And Rio, guys, Predator is now screwed. Predator has no chance because we have Baby Arnold. And Baby Arnold has been drinking his milk. And he's invincible. Ah, the shit's about to go down. Get to the chopper. Ah. That's a very bad impression. But, yeah, you get the point. We're sculpting Baby Arnold. I honestly feel like I'm the only one excited about this. I kept sharing work in progresses of this, but no one's so excited about Baby Arnold. Why? You guys have no taste at all. Baby Arnold is the best thing that has ever happened to planet Earth. I would never spoil if I remember the story was really... Yeah, thank you for not spoiling that. Bro, I don't like people who spoil stuff. Like, why would you ruin someone else's fun? When I watch something really cool, I want the other person to experience the same thing. And I want them to have the full experience. So I never like spoiling. In fact, when I was in school, bro, I was watching Death Note, which is an anime, by the way. And I was watching Death Note, and my friend had recommended it to me. So he had watched it before me, and what this asshole did, bro, is he gave me a fake spoiler. So he sent me a message on Messenger saying, "Hey, this happens and this X person dies in the series." And I was like, "Why would you tell me that?" And then for a whole 2 weeks, bro, I blocked my best friend from Messenger because he told me a fake spoiler. And my best friend was texting my brother saying, "Hey, put Ishaq on the phone." And I told my brother, I won't talk to him until I complete Death Note now. And then he was like, "No, but tell Ishaq that I told him a fake spoiler. It wasn't a real spoiler." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, like you told me it's a fake spoiler. You told me that this person dies. And then you told me it's not a spoiler. So in the whole anime, in the whole series, this character is not going to die. Then why did I need to know that? And you spoiled it for me. So whenever that character is now going to be in a dangerous situation, I know that he will make it out. So that's why I don't like spoilers, even if it's a fake one." And then when I completed Death Note, that is when I unblocked my best friend, and that is when we started chatting again. Yeah, guys, don't spoil ever. You enjoy something, let the other people have the same experience. But there's no fun in spoiling, and I don't get people who don't mind their series being spoiled. So my sister, for example, she doesn't mind. She's like, "Yeah, tell me what happens and tell me how it ends." And I'm like, "Just watch it yourself. You're gonna miss the experience." She's like, "No, I don't care. Just tell me what happened, how it is, and why." Doesn't make sense. I like the look of the suit in the new film, now over design like the last ones, basic like the comics. The suit was so refreshing, I didn't even mind much of the suit before the movie. The last Marvel film I enjoyed was Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, that was still better. And at least they did not make Wolverine like a comedy character. That would have been so bad. Wolverine is one of the most badass heroes in the Marvels. And we have Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, but Wolverine usually like he's not pretty, and that's what I love about him, bro. Like he's not the prettiest superhero, like every other superhero who are like handsome models and everything. Like Wolverine is just pure bad ass. That's what I love about Wolverine. It's like that old grumpy uncle you don't want to mess with. That's the Wolverine vibe that I love. What in the F? I was super confused at first. I thought you. Yeah, I guess that's you guys talking about Baby Arnold. Yeah, Baby Arnold, like he's the best. He's the best. We need Baby Arnold. It's not the sculpt that you guys wanted, but it's the sculpt that you guys need. Hard to see Baby Arnold. The dream of every artist, Baby Arnold, is the sculpt. Yeah, see, Henry gets it. Henry's the wisest of us all. He gets it. Death Note is a peak anime. I agree, man. And a lot of people like when someone wants to get introduced to anime. So, for example, my wife, I wanted to introduce anime to her. That is the anime that we watched. A lot of my friends are recommended it to my cousins as well. But the thing about Death Note is that once you set that benchmark, nothing comes close. So if that's the first anime that a person watches, then yeah, nothing will be as good. Unless maybe like you're watching Code Geass or something. I'll be honest, but like the first time I watched Code Geass, I was too young to watch that show. And I didn't understand the politics and everything that was going on. But when I rewatched it, it made more sense. So I've realized that a lot of stuff that I've seen back then and I like is just because of the action, doom dum shum. But now when I rewatch those things, bro, there's so many important lessons. You understand the dialogues, you understand the the politics that happening under everything, the trickery and the betrayal and everything. You understand those things. But when we're a kid, bro, we understand shit. Same thing goes for like animated cartoons, bro. Like, just watch Kung Fu Panda. There's so much to learn from Kung Fu Panda. I'm not kidding you guys. Like, there's so much to learn if you want to learn. So many valuable lessons. Not giving up. About, yeah. So many things, bro. I gave my friend a fake spoiler for the new movie. I said Uncle Ben dies. Uncle Ben wasn't even in the trilogy. Wait a sec. Something I found myself being bad with is my faces. I got this face don't have a lot of surface area. It's squeezed for some reason. Oh, that's a bit hard to imagine, bro. Like, send me an image on school and I'll check it out. By the way, guys, this is something that I've recently realized. When I'm sculpting on my own, I feel like I'm much faster. But on stream, I'm a bit slower. And there's a reason for that. Personally, honestly, like when I'm streaming, I like to be active with the chat. When I used to watch other people stream, and when I tried to join the chat, I would send a message and I would get a reply like half an hour later. And by then the stream was like, "Yeah, what's this comment? I don't understand." And yeah, fair to them, bro. Like, of course, you won't remember everything you said or the context in which every message is sent. But I personally like being more active with the chat. That is one of the main reasons I stream because I just like to hang out with you guys. So, what do you guys think about streaming this way? Should it be an active thing, or should it be something that you guys are just watching as spectators while the streamer does something that he was doing anyways? What do you guys think about the streaming format? What should it be like? I'm just really curious. Are you like, nah, man, Ishaq, I want to see you work full speed at the stuff, and it doesn't mind if you're not interacting with us. When it's actually changes superheroes where some superheroes aren't perfect or handsome, what I liked about Death Note is that it was one season, the story was short but sweet, and it all flowed and played out nicely. It's what I like about Cyberpunk Edge Runners as well. Spider-Man B&D spoiler. What's that? What's B&D? Oh, brand new day. Okay, I get it now. We want to interact with you. All right, awesome. I feel the same way. The ear looks super bad. Let me fix this before we move on. Yeah, I'll come back to this later. Ear is a jerry anyways. No one cares about the ears, bro. They just need to look good enough. It's a joke spoiler, by the way. I only read half of it. When I read spoiler, I took my eyes off. I mean, if you were not interacting with the chat, then that's just a normal, very long video. Like, I feel like with that, there is no point of. Yeah, that's what I feel as well. Like, what's the point of going live if you don't want to interact with the people watching you? Like, it's so much better that I'm just doing it on my own, and then I can just post a video of, hey, here's Spider-Man real-time video. I feel like the whole purpose of coming live is to interact with your audience. At least that's what I believe. So I don't mind if it takes me slightly longer, but honestly, I just really enjoy the engagement and the conversations that happened here. But the truth about streaming is that you have to wait a long time till you have an audience. Otherwise, like you don't want to be the only person on the stream. That's extremely boring. So initially, the few streams that I did, yeah, definitely, I was there by myself, just silent. And honestly, like, I really admire Speechar in the way that, bro, like that guy can talk. Even if no one is watching him, he can still talk. And when that live stream is live, even if there's no one, it's still pretty entertaining to watch. So I have no clue how he does that. Personally, for me, like if there's a conversation is not happening, then I won't talk. But if someone's here, like I know that Logan is very active here. When he's around, like I just love having a good chat. Alex is very active, and right now, Kieran, I can see that you're super active. So when you have people like you guys watching stream, then of course it's easier to talk. But I can't talk otherwise. It's just so difficult. Like, what do I talk about? And how do I talk about stuff? I can't talk that long unless a conversation is happening. So I have no clue how some people do that. I like the streams. I like to watch you sculpt, and it helps me learn more things about sculpting in Minido. I sent it on school when you have time. Yeah, sure thing, man. I'll definitely check it out after the stream. Honestly, though, I feel like watching someone stream is not the one of the best ways to learn. And the main reason being, bro, like I right now, let's say I'm sculpting the lips. I'm using one method. The next time I might sculpt the lips, I might not use the same method. So I might just use like okay, let me show you. So I might just use the crease brush to make that lip, right? And then as a viewer, bro, it's not a good thing because it's not you're not going to learn any reliable ways to sculpt because every time I sculpt, it's going to be slightly different because I'm just making these decisions in real time. And this is what a lot of people try doing as well. Like from the conversations that I've had, I know that some people they say, yeah, I just watch Speech or Sculpt live and I try to follow along him. That can work if you have some knowledge, some basics. But if you're new and you're still figuring things out, it's not a good method. Instead, what I would recommend, bro, is just follow a course or a tutorial. I have a free one, by the way. So that's much helpful. You build that foundation, and then whatever I'm doing here will make sense. Did you know Mikolai met Speecher? Yeah, I know. He shared the pictures inside our community, so that was really awesome. So he shared it inside the Davinci School, and yeah, that was pretty awesome. I was actually surprised. Like Speecha was so approachable. The story behind he told me was that he just messaged him on one of his stream once, like, "Hey, would you like to meet up if I come to?" I think he lives in what was the name of this place? Sofia. I think it's Sofia, if I remember correct. And then he said, "Yeah, sure. So whenever you plan, just send me a message on ArtStation." And that is what he did. That is how we got to meet him. So that was very surprising. Like, I didn't expect creator his size to just take out time to meet one of his followers. That's yeah, that's very nice of him, by the way. Hi, bro. Yo, Titus. How are you, my friend? How is it going? Where are you in the 1 month challenge? Nope, it's the other side. Let's symmetrize on the other side. Plus symmetrize. Boom, done. Bro, that's insane. I don't think any popular streamer would do that. Yeah, honestly, bro. I wouldn't do that. I might, but I'm not sure. Maybe if the person is someone that I know, but if it's a complete stranger, I might not do that. So if it's like a regular person on the channel, on the stream, or a member of the Davinci School or the 1 month challenge, yeah, then maybe I might. It's like a complete stranger messaging me on ArtStation. Hey, I want to meet you. And I'm like, no. Though I feel like I'm pretty approachable otherwise. Like if you try to text me on one of the social media platforms, I just like to be very active with with the people following me. And honestly, bro, like I just like interacting with people, learning about their stories, seeing where on their journey, and seeing if they need any help. This is why like I stream every Saturday, sharing feedback. Because why not? My content philosophy is really, really simple, bro. I just do everything I wish younger me had when he was learning to sculpt. And this is why I talk about stuff that no one talks about. No one's gonna tell you that, yeah, bro, the reason that you suck at sculpting is your own fault, actually. It's not the course, it's not the tutorial, it's your fault. You're a piece of shit. And some people are offended by this. They're like, how dare you, Ishaq? How could you say this? Why are you saying this? You're so rude, man. But in all honesty, but there is some truth to it. That is why you're offended. I just showed you the mirror and you didn't like what you see. So how's that my fault? And honestly, but like younger me, I wish someone had shown me the mirror as well and told me that, yes, bro, the reason that you're lazy is your own fault. The reason that you're not learning, you're not making the characters that you want is 100% undeniably, without any shadow of doubt, 100% your fault. And that's what I preach for. Like, I just want to preach accountability. That is why inside my tutorials and courses, I talk about mindset, which no one talks about. I talk about productivity because you have to be productive. You can have the best course, best tutorial, best teacher teaching you one on one. You can have Michelangelo himself come out of his grave to teach you sculpting. And then when he sees what a piece of shit you are, he's going to go back to his grave, bro. He's going to like, nah, man, I'm better off dead. I don't want to teach this guy. So Michelangelo would prefer death over you, bro. So there's something wrong, isn't it? Isn't there? I just wouldn't meet random fans of people that it could be dangerous. Danger, danger. Exactly. Yo, Shizuma, how's it going, my friend? Yeah, that's the thing, man. That was such an honor to learn under Michelangelo. Yeah, bro, that would be an honor. If you're not a Jerry. But like I said, if you're a Jerry, bro, Michelangelo is gonna find his grave and he's gonna say, nah, man, I was better off dead. That wasn't hell. This is hell. Teaching this person, am I in hell, bro? That's what Michelangelo is gonna be wondering. Am I in hell? God, please no. I don't want to deal with the Jerry, bro. Yeah, God, just take me. Take me. Put me back in the grave. I'm doing good, and yes, I'm doing great as well. Thank you, Alex. Hey, Alex, by the way, have you seen the latest update on Baby Arnold? I know you were very excited for it. Right now, he doesn't look like Tom Holland at all. So we might have to make quite a lot of adjustments. I feel like the eyes are too close. Yep, that does it better. What else? What else can we fix? Eyes too close. The nose, shape of the nose, definitely something we can tweak. By the way, guys, let me share you a tip for likeness sculpts, and this is what I do personally. Okay, this is not me saying this is the only way or how you should do it. I'm just telling you what works for me. What works for me is instead of trying to match my reference 100% to what I see, I just aim for a ballpark. And I aim for 80 to 90% accuracy. The reason being that I know that nothing will ever be 100%. If I want to make it 100%, this image, then the best course of action is to put that image here and to trace over it. And that is something that I don't want to do. I don't want to follow a blueprint and trace over that because I don't know, bro. I just feel like it's not creative. It's just tracing. I don't like that. So I just aim for a ballpark. As long as it looks something like Tom Holland, I am happy. And just relieving myself of that pressure gets me a better result every single time. I know it's counterintuitive. You don't aim for 100%, you just aim for a ballpark. And with that, you will remove that pressure of performing, of, oh boy, it has to be Tom Holland. The nose needs to be 100% perfect. Nothing will be 100% perfect. But you need to realize that in games, in movies, when likeness is the main concern, when they want to make 100% of the reference, they don't sculpt. They scan. They scan the face and then they use that face. So, yep. I think that says a lot, doesn't it? So as long as you can sculpt something and he resembles Tom Holland, that is awesome. Whenever I feel like I want to have 100% or my goal is absolute likeness, then there's a pressure to perform. And my sculpts don't turn out that good just because of that added pressure. But when I'm chill, I'm like, nah, man, if he just looks something like Tom Holland, I'll be happy. It's always a better sculpt. I swear. Get to the chopper. Oh, I haven't posted it yet. Let me show you here. So here's our baby Arnold. Ah! And I gave him this feeder, and I made his bumper, and we combined the body. So the only thing left is to do the hair. But I didn't do the hair yet because I was thinking, okay, maybe this time as I'm doing the hair, I should also make a tutorial about it on how I sculpt the hair. And I'll just make that tutorial as I'm doing it. So yeah, that's why I haven't touched the hair yet. It's going to be exciting. That looks so good, you nailed it. Thank you. I feel like this is going to be my favorite project that I've done so far. Not Spider-Man, but Baby Arnold. Baby Arnold is the answer to everything. And you see now he sort of looks like Tom Holland. He's beginning to look like him. So that's pretty cool. That is what we want. We want that resemblance. Dear Lord, baby Arnie again. Baby Arnie is cool, man. Wait, I can't start to see it now? I can start to see it now? By the way, oh, you mean Tom Holland. By the way, Thug, check the meme I sent you on Discord. It might just help your sculpt. Really? How can a meme help me? Let's find out. Okay, Tom Holland is cute and all, but he constantly looks like he's hiding a frog in his mouth and it's constantly hopping around in there. But he can't open his mouth or the frog's gonna escape. I think it's because of the way that his mouth structure is. It's pretty puffy and sort of swollen around these areas. Yeah, definitely. Damn, man, you just made my task even harder. So now I have to make a frog, and I have to put the frog inside his mouth, and then I have to trace that. Damn. So basically, what the frog tells us is that we need to make this area more bulkier. And you see, we have the frog. So that is what the frog was trying to tell us. By the way, frog reminds me of a very, very important productivity tactic or hack, if you may say, and that is eat the frog. So, what is eat the frog? Eat the frog is an idiom that helps you be more productive. And how is that? So, what eat the frog means is that imagine that you're sitting at a buffet, all right? And in this buffet, bro, like it's an all you can eat buffet, and you can eat whatever you want. Okay, there's like steaks there, there's pizzas, I don't know, bro. There's all good stuff there. There's shrimps, prawns, and yeah, lobsters. You can eat whatever you want, bro. It's amazing. Everything is amazing. But there's a catch. And the catch is that there's also among all of this food is a nasty, dirty, stinky frog. And the condition is that you cannot get off this table unless you eat the frog as well. So, here's a question, guys. What would you do first if you were sitting at that buffet? Would you eat the frog first or would you eat the frog at the end? What do you think you would do? And I'm curious to see, okay, if this, what the answer to this is going to be. What would you guys do? Would you eat the frog first or would you eat the frog at the end? And why? Frog first, the other foods will cancel out the frog. Okay, there's an answer there. Let's see if there's more answers. Is there someone who would like to eat the frog at the end? And I would really, I'm super curious what your reason would be. So, Kieran says that he'll have the frog first because the frog will cancel, the other food will cancel out the frog. What if I only eat the frog? Why would you only eat the frog? Unless you love frogs, bro. So what would you do, Logan? Would you eat the frog first or would you eat the frog last? What if I eat the frog and realize that I like the frog and I want another one? Yeah, bro, you can have more frogs if you want, but I can assure you it's not going to be nice. Or let's replace frog with a piece of shit, bro. You have to eat a piece of shit before you can get off. Now there's no arguing that. There's no loopholes anymore. There's no loopholes. You guys are finding loopholes. I don't like that. But jokes aside, probably first. Yeah. So that is the correct answer. And some people do say that, yeah, I'll eat the frog at the end, bro. Let me tell you guys, you will 100% eat the frog at the very beginning. Why? Because you want the rest of the food to cancel that out. So you have to think of your tasks and you have to think of your goals in terms of eating the frog as well. So whenever you wake up, bro, and this is what a lot of people do. So let's say someone's trying to learn sculpting, bro. What he does is he wakes up randomly and then he downloads a reference or he watches a random tutorial and then he's practicing random things. He has no plan and he's just randomly practicing stuff. And he's like, yeah, I know I suck at the nose, but I should make a whole face from scratch. And then I should make the eyes and then I should make the mouth. And then eventually I would go to the, what do you call it? Go to the nose because that is what I suck at. But a person with two brains between his eyes, his ears, what he would do is he would sculpt that uncomfortable stuff first. And that is called eating the frog. A lot of times what happens is that we have certain tasks to do every single day. What most people do and how they function is that they leave the most difficult task towards the end. And then they do the easy tasks in the beginning. And that is why they never get things done. Because the difficult task, the most uncomfortable task, but that task will move the needle for you, they don't do that. And they keep delaying their goals. So this is why eating the frog idiom is a very, very popular productivity term, which basically means that you have to eat the frog first. So whatever is the nastiest, dirtiest task that you have for the day, the task that you know that will move the needle for you, you have to get that done first before you move on to anything. And when it comes to sculpting, that eating the frog task is basically the thing that you suck at, the thing that you are running away from. So many people, they cannot block out a face, but they think, yeah, let me just download a reference and let me practice with that reference. And yeah, I will get somewhat better. Yeah, you will get somewhat better, but it's not going to be very helpful, bro. The best thing you can do is to work at the basics. Figure those things out. Learn how to block out a face. Learn how to make a generic face first and then sculpt other stuff. And that will help you so much more. So always, 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 when it's time to eat the frog. For me, eating the frog is recording YouTube videos. I don't like recording YouTube videos. But if I don't record YouTube videos, who's gonna grow my channel for me? Who's gonna do that? I just want to sculpt characters. I want to sculpt characters. I want to have fun. But that's not my eating the frog task. My eating the frog task is recording videos. So before I sculpt, bro, it makes more sense that I record videos before I sculpt. Because then, after I've recorded that video, I can just enjoy sculpting the characters that I want. If you eat it at the end, then you leave with the taste of the frog in your mouth and it's the last thing your stomach will digest. So eating nicer foods will cancel it. Yep, 100%, bro. It's the same thing with your daily tasks. Like if you eat the frog at the end, you're not going to eat it. You're going to wait for the next day and then the next day and then the next day and then the next day. And that most important task will keep getting pushed forwards and never get done. Like I know, like if I don't record YouTube videos and I keep practicing my sculpts, keep making sculpts, then the YouTube video is not going to get recorded. And he's looking much more like Tom Holland now, which is nice. Do you know of any people that have done the full process of 3D modeling, animation, and programming to make a game solo? Do I know of any people who have done that? No, I don't think so. But I do know people who have handled either side. Not both of them together, but they have done the 3D modeling and animation part, or the complete art, and other people who have developed their own games. They just download assets, ask someone to make models for them. But yeah, the whole pipeline, I haven't Haven't seen anyone. There are channels on YouTube, but what they do is that they buy packs. They buy asset packs, get the characters. For example, someone's making like a car derby, vehicle derby game. They'll buy asset packs, but they won't model it themselves. I think mostly it's because of the learning curve that's there. You have to learn 3D first, and then you also have to learn developing and everything. So, yep. I think with the help of AI, it's going to get better, where AI helps you write code and everything. But I'm not sure. I don't want to speak for developers. It's something that I'm not super aware of. So if someone here has any developing experience, do let me know, like, how is AI helpful right now? Or is it just fluff? Because in 3D, definitely it is just fluff. Yeah, cloud automation and everything. No, man, cloud sucks when it comes to Blender. But I have heard that some AI now, you just give them a prompt and they make a basic outline for the game. But I'm not sure. It's not something I want to talk about because I don't have experience with that. If it counts, then creator of Schedule 1 made all the game by himself, which the only help he got was audio and voice acting. Also, rigging is the worst part. I agree it's worse than UV unwrapping. Before I got into Blender, I was learning game development. Only problem was I was an absolute cherry. AI is kind of buns, not going to lie. Buns means like, is it good or bad? I'm not aware of this slang. And here you see, guys, now he's looking like Tom Holland. And this is what I want. Okay, so as long as I'm in this ballpark, I'm super happy with the sculpts that I make. And I believe that 100%, aiming for 100% likeness will never get you this close because you're constantly tweaking, constantly making adjustments and just worrying about stuff. Instead, just enjoy the process. Aim for 80 to 90% accuracy, relieve yourself of that pressure, and it will show in your results. I promise. You will sculpt much better without that pressure of having to perform. Buns is equal to bad. Oh, I see. Sorry, caps lock was on. Yeah, no problem, man. Yep, looking good. Let's make the hair. How far in are we? 48 minutes. Okay, not bad. 48 minutes for a full head. And it resembles the character that we're making. So that is nice. Usually people spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on a likeness sculpt. But I don't like to do that. And yes, if you do want to make a very accurate, highly accurate likeness sculpts, it's going to take you multiple hours. It's going to take you a lot of hours. It's not fair to an hour. It's nothing for a likeness sculpt, man. If people spend hours, 6, 7, 8 hours on a single sculpt when they're working on likeness. And a lot of that process does involve tracing. So yeah, do keep that in mind that people who make likeness sculpts, most of the times, not everyone I'm saying, but most of the times, what they do is that it involves a lot of tracing as well. So they load the reference image on Blender and then they trace over it to match the proportions 100%. They also do it to match the asymmetry that the face has. So no face in the world is going to be perfectly symmetrical. They have asymmetry, and that is a very important factor for likeness as well. I can understand AI helping with game developers and coding, like giving them a start of the code and stuff, but I can imagine the actual programmer then tweaking and polishing the, yeah, that is what I think. But like I said, I don't have any what do you call it, experience with coding or programming, so I didn't want to talk about it that much. Though I do have friends who are like who have like a computer science background, and pro, like they keep telling me that AI has gotten so much better. Like before this, people did reach out to people to make a website for them, but now if it's a single page portfolio website or a company profile website, no one hires a web developer. It's like one prompt away. The demand for web developers for portfolio websites, single page of websites, has decreased drastically. Only enterprises, like if they have some security concerns, because some AI code is pretty vulnerable. The AI website coding, it can be very vulnerable. It has like zero security. So when the clients, for them at least, when they're looking for something that's secure, then they do need experienced developer to develop that website for them. Other than that, they just used prompts, like one prompt, and the website is ready. Boom. I believe it will take time, hours and hours, because I'm not fast in the process yet. Yeah, this is good. Like, take your time, bro. Speed is not the goal. And what I like to tell everyone inside my community is, hey guys, just don't count the time, make the time count. And speed basically comes from repetition. So when you keep doing the same thing again, you know the mistakes that you make commonly, and then you avoid those mistakes. So a lot of time is the speed comes from not making the mistakes that you are going to be fixing later. For example, if I rushed the blockout process and the proportions were completely off, and now I was at this stage where it's super high poly, I would spend hours just trying to tweak and make it close and get the proportions right. But if I take my time in the blockout, and then I take my time when I'm placing the features of the face, and then I take my time when I'm making the details, bro, I just avoid so many mistakes that I will be making down the lane. And I just realized, bro, why is my face shining? I think the exposure is too high. Yeah, I was brighter than so many people's future. That's better. Oh, I actually like this. This turned out surprisingly well. He looks like Tom Holland, so I'm very happy with that. The hair is gonna be a pain in the butt. I think it's gonna be the longest thing. So let's work on the clothing first. What do you think? Yeah, let's do the clothing first. Let's do the clothing. So for the clothing, what I'll do is I'll just lasso mask a selection, and I will lasso mask this area here. Boom, 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 boom. Lasso mask. And yep, that looks good. I think it can be higher slightly. Let's go back. Got it here. Yeah, that should be better. Although I don't like the shape of the neck here, so let me slightly adjust that first. And yes, that looks like a more natural neck. Now let's mask the extraction. Oh yeah, AI website makers are really good. Yup. The only bad thing is that it takes away people's jobs and stuff. I gotta go, so I'll see you later if I come back. Yeah, sure thing, my friend. Goodbye. It's always a pleasure having you. Thank you for tuning in. Take care, my friend. Yes, that is true. AI will take a lot of jobs, and I believe it has already taken so many jobs already. So, as a developer, let's say the team needed three devs. Now they just need one person who can fine tune the AI mess, who can clean up the AI's mess. That's all they need, bro. And what do you think? Is it fair? Is it not fair? From a business standpoint, from a complete business standpoint, right? It makes absolute sense. Why would a person want to hire a, why would any employer want to hire a person when he can get the robot to do the same thing for him? It saves them cost, it saves them hassle, it saves them so many things, bro. Like their business is virtually working 24/7. And I know that in China, so what China has started already is that China has started delivering food via drones. And it's pretty sick. But what do you think is going to happen to the people who delivered food before that? They're not going to keep their jobs. Number one, the drone does not want a day off. The drone does not take a sick leave. You don't have to manage a drone. You only have to install the whole drone system once, and then it's just electricity. Like, what are you paying for? Nothing. Maybe maintenance here and there, but nothing otherwise. And yeah, you don't have to pay, you don't have to deal with the problems. And at some point, let's say if an employer is very humane, like he's like, nah man, I want to support my employees, and I don't want to fire them. I want them to have the job. But then, bro, imagine that he goes to work, and then he hears that, yeah, this employee, he's not been coming for a whole week. Oh, he's gonna flip eventually. I guarantee you, he's gonna flip eventually. Eventually, he's gonna like, nah, screw that. Let me just get that AI drones thingy. So from a business perspective, it makes absolute sense, man. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, let me also explain. I'm using the mask brush to basically mask out the Spider-Man pattern of his clothing, and then I will just do an extraction for it, and we'll see how that goes. I think it should work. From a business standpoint, it's valid because you're saving money on expenses, and yep, a lot of hassle, bro. Like it's very difficult to manage people. But if AI can do it for you without a lot of hassle, like I know prompting is a skill, but a lot of people they get very good with prompting. Like if you can prompt your AI very well, you don't have to deal with that hassle anymore. And I just believe, bro, like this is the time where people should be more aware. So many people, bro, like they never go work on their dreams. I personally believe, like this is my opinion, and I would love to hear what you guys think, is that for an artist, the best thing that he can be doing right now is one, he either become a content creator, or two, he has his own business of some sort, right? And okay, as an example, let's say you're really passionate about sculpting. So many people are like, hey Sock, I want to be a sculptor so that I can work and write games and I can work on my favorite titles. And I'm like, bro, it's not a good goal to have. Like just just spectate the situation yourself. All right. There's so many layoffs happening right now as we speak. Major companies, including Rockstar, have fired so many artists and devs because there's not a need for them anymore. And then there's a fresh guy who's really passionate about sculpting, who's really passionate about getting into the games and that market. And what chance do you think this guy has? If there's a new job opening, right? There's a new job opening, a company is looking for artists, then this freshman is going to apply, and along with him are the people who got laid off, people who have 6 years, 10 years, 7 years of experience who got laid off. Of course, they will apply for that job as well. What chance do you think that this freshman has? Nil. Zero. He will not get that gig. He will not get that job. He just simply does not have the experience for it. But the same guy, like he could be making content on YouTube. I don't know, he could become a successful streamer if he's entertaining. If he can teach, he can sell courses. If he's skilled, he can sell his 3D models. So there's so much that he can do on his own as a content creator. Content creation, you guys need to realize that making money from YouTube is not a good goal. YouTube does not pay you. YouTube pays me shit, bro. I think last month what I made from YouTube is about $40 from YouTube. You need to have something else going on the side. Sell your own products. People use content as a marketing machine, and then they have something that they're selling. Every single person is doing the same thing, and you can check it out for yourself. I don't know who your favorite streamer is. I don't know who your favorite artist is, but do me a favor, go to their profile, open up any of the YouTube videos, go to the description. You're going to find link that lead to their paid products. That's what you're going to find every single time. And why is that happening? Because YouTube pays you shit, and you have to sell something on the side to survive. That is how the content game is played. So everyone has something to sell, and that is how you survive. Even people who talk about, hey, this is how you get a job. By the way, there's a link in the description that it's my course on how to break into the game market. Ha ha ha. Like, what the hell, bro? How does that work? You don't do a job yourself. You're making money through content and selling a course on how to get a job, but you don't have a job yourself. How does that make any sense, bro? You're basically feeding off of people's desperateness. They're desperate. Of course, they want to get a job, and you are feeding off of that. And you are selling a course for $500 and $1,000 on how to break into the game market, and you will teach them everything, but you yourself, you don't have a job? It does not make sense. A lot of these creators, but you have to realize that they are the people who got jobs during the COVID outbreak, because at that time hiring was at peak. They got into the game, into the market, and now they're making content preaching the same stuff. Oh, hey, here's how you get a job. Hypocrites. So always keep an eye out for these guys. Oh boy, this is not going to work. I have to grow the... shit. Whoa, this is so big. No, not this. Is there a way to slightly grow the mask? Can I put this at 0.5? No, I cannot. For real. Yeah, this is what's happening, bro. And it's super sad. People are falling for this scam. Let me go trace over it again. I want to become a content creator and even an indie dev. I want to make my own games someday. First, though, I need to get better at modeling, sculpting, rigging, texturing, and recording. Bro, that's the thing. That's the beauty of content. You don't have to. You don't have to be super good before you make content. I'll be super honest with you. When I started making content, I wasn't good at sculpting. What I was doing was I was basically documenting my entire sculpting journey. Every day, whatever I would sculpt, I would post it on the channel as a time lapse and as a free real-time video, just to hold myself accountable. And that helps. And whenever I learned something very interesting, I would make a video about it. The cool thing about teaching someone is that you don't have to be a master at what you're teaching. You just have to be 2 steps ahead. When I made my first head sculpting course, which by far has been my best-selling course ever, I only knew how to sculpt the heads. I did not know how to sculpt the body yet. And that's the beauty of content. You don't have to be a master. You just have to be 2 steps ahead. And this is why, like, you're going to see this. So a lot of people, they teach, let's say Photoshop as an example. If you get slightly good at Photoshop, you can make a beginner Photoshop course and it will sell. It's not a professional Photoshop course where you're teaching how to make photo manipulation to the most realistic extent and how to make a fat guy slim. Nah, you're not teaching all that. You're just teaching the basics of Photoshop in the best way, in your style, and people will buy that. And it's absolutely ethical to do that. You have to be honest. Like, when I was selling my head sculpting course, everyone knew, bro, that I don't know how to sculpt the bodies yet, because I made a YouTube video about it. And my whole course trailer, the trailer that I have for the head sculpting course was, hey guys, I've been sculpting for almost 6-7 months now, and I've gotten really good at the heads. I have documented all of my journey here. You can see how I sucked, and you can see the kind of sculpts that I'm creating today. So this is what I just made today. And if you want to learn from me, because I understand what you are going through, because I was a beginner 6 months ago and I have learned so much, and I would like to teach you all of that. So here's a link to my course, and people bought it. So when I was still documenting my journey, bro, so many people were following me because they want to see, oh wow, I wonder how much this guy is going to improve. They're curious. And then when I released the course, the first person to buy was a person who commented under the course trailer that, hey man, I've been watching your journey for quite a while now, and it's been very inspiring. So I would 100% want to learn from you. And he was my first customer. And that's the super cool thing about indie games. Or like, if you want to be an indie game developer, let's say you start documenting your work right now. You suck, it doesn't matter. Suck. Just document your work. When you get better, you will be documenting that part as well. And by the time you're ready to launch your game, you already have an audience. How freaking cool is that? You already have an audience who knows your journey, who would love to support you. And that's the cool thing about content creation. You will also have an audience of people who know that, oh wow, that this guy has been struggling, but like he's been learning everything. He's been practicing for a year, and now he's gotten better. He's been trying to learn development for a year, and of course, when he teaches me, it's going to take me less time because he's going to condense those things down. So that's how you think about content. You just have to be a few steps ahead of the people you want to teach. That's it. I have a question. How did you get so many subscribers and attention? Like, did you post to platforms like TikTok on the side? No, I did not post on TikTok, though it's very, very interesting what happened to me. A lot of people, they joined my community, and when I asked them, like, where did you find this community? They mentioned, I found this on TikTok. And I was like, what? I don't even post on TikTok. How did you find me on TikTok? And they were like, other people are posting content of yours on TikTok. And I haven't seen that content yet, but apparently people are joining my community from TikTok. And this has happened more than once. It's pretty interesting. How did I get so many subscribers? Bro, I just believe you have to be very, very extremely authentic. And you just need to pick one person that you're going to talk to and just make videos for that one person. For me, that person is younger me. I serve younger me and younger me only. The reason I speak in a no bullshit, no sugar-coated way is because I wish someone had talked to me like that. The reason I call other people out in my tutorials, and I call them a piece of shit, I call them Jerry, I call them lazy, is because I wish someone had made me realize these things as well. So the person that I talk to in all of my content is younger me. And apparently so many people feel the same way as well. I was overwhelmed by bullshit anatomical terms, by bullshit medical terms when I was learning sculpting. So I make content in a way that's easier to digest, that does not dive into these fancy names. I can say these fancy big names to sound cool and professional. I can do that. I don't care about that image that, oh wow, Ishaq is so unprofessional, he doesn't talk about these names. I don't care, bro. I care about your results, and results is what I thrive on. And this is why I've been able to help so many people achieve sculpting as their goal, with people who have been sculpting for more than 5 years, overwhelmed and struggling, and now with this one course they're able to do it. Why? The only reason is that I don't overwhelm you. I make content for my younger self. I teach in the way I wish I was taught. And you can see here, let's go to the champion section. So read this, bro. Years of jumping from course to course, years of feeling overwhelmed by the amount of information, the bullshit standard mastered practice abdominis. You don't need that. Including advice from professional sculptors with decades of experience, years of procrastination, and then in just 21 days, I created the first sculpt that I can truly say I am proud of. And why did this happen? It's because Orkhan was struggling with sculpting, and he wished someone had taught him the way that I did. And this is something that I felt as well. I wish someone had taught me in this exact way. So I'm helping my younger self. Everyone who's learning from me is basically younger self. If you're struggling from sculpting, if you're struggling with sculpting, you are younger me, and I want to help you. I feel like the most dangerous advice that is thrown around so casually is practice more. What do I practice? What do I practice? People tell me, yeah, learn anatomy. What do I learn about anatomy? Do I learn the skeletons? Do I learn the muscles? No, they just say, learn anatomy. Learn about the muscles. Practice more, yeah, practice more, you will get better. Practice for 5 hours every single day for a year, and then you will get better. Eventually, you will get better. Bullshit. This is what I preach, bro. Give me 1 hour every single day, just 1 hour. Within 30 days, I will completely transform you. And the reason that I'm able to get transformations like this, the only reason I'm able to get transformations like this is because I discard all of the bullshit. You don't need these complex diagrams, the name of the bones and the muscles and the fat parts and the cautions and the planes of the head. You don't need that information, bro. You only need 20% information that will get you 80% results. Instead of memorizing 600 plus muscles in the body and 206 bones, you just need a few muscle groups that you can visually see, and that will allow you to make characters like this. That will allow you to make characters like all of these people over here. You don't need all of that bullshit information, though. Yeah, I can sound cool if I want to, but I don't want to sound cool. I just want to get you results. That is what I focus on. So when you learn something, bro, and let's say you want to be a game dev, you mentioned, you want to be a game dev, bro, then just go through hell, bro. Figure it out for yourself first and then teach people and make it easier for them. That is how you gain subscribers. That is how you gain a following. You don't focus on the view games. I've never tried to please the algorithm. I've only tried to please younger me. And when I please younger me, bro, younger me shares my videos around. Younger me tells other people about my content. Younger me goes to different Discord communities, share my links there because check out this guy, bro. He's really helped me. And that's how you gain subscribers. One thing that happened on my channel is, let me show you as well. One of my shorts got extremely viral. Like super viral. I think it got around 2 million views or something. Let me show you. So this video here, 2.7 million views. And it got me so many subscribers. Let me show you how many subscribers this one single reel got me. And this is something that I do not want to recommend to you guys. If you're a content creator, never follow the views. Never. And I posted this thinking that, okay, this is a tutorial. But let me show you. This is what happened on this short. This one single short got me 7.9k subscribers, made me $270. It also got me 2.8 million views. This one single short. But do you know what else this short got me on the channel? A bunch of Jerry's. When you post a short, people with attention span of a sparrow watch your videos. And when they subscribe, they cannot follow along your long tutorials. So people who subscribe to this short, bro, and let me show you the comment section of this short. It's going to blow your mind. When people subscribe to me because of this short, they cannot watch this full 5-hour long gold mine that I have on my channel. They won't watch it because why? They don't have the attention span. They just simply cannot do it. Physically, they cannot do it. So I don't recommend doing this. And that is why I don't post shorts anymore. I don't want to go viral here. Instead, what I focus on is I just focus on non-bullshit, real-time, unedited videos, bro. I don't want Jerry's on the channel. Jerry's do not have the attention span. I feel like, personally, it's not my responsibility to make you sit and watch my videos. Bro, you should be accountable enough. You should be responsible enough. You should have enough brain cells that you can commit to a video for 15 minutes. And that is what I do on the channel.
You don't.
And let me show you the comment section here. Have a look at the comment section. Look at what brain rot this is. I saw thick Wolverine. Wow, it's incredible that you sculpted Wolverine goes with just one hand. And do you know what this comment means, bro? That my other hand was on my Vino. Like, what the hell, bro? Why is this comment so gay? That is what the comment section, the whole comment section of this short is. And imagine these people, they subscribe to my channel. And when I make serious content about this, they're not going to watch it. They're not going to watch it. So that's the thing. It takes consistency. You can watch my oldest videos here. I started 2 years ago. And in this first video, you can watch how shy I am, how awkward I am. Let me show you. Wow, why is it taking forever to load? Okay, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're watching this, then you've stumbled upon my journey of being and from being an okay artist.
And just look at how shy I am, guys. Like, how awkward I am. I made this video because I wanted to roast myself in 5 years. And I will make that video. I will roast myself in 5 years. But the whole point that this video is still on the channel is because I want you guys to know that nothing is easy. It wasn't super comfortable. I wasn't always this comfortable in front of the camera. It sucked for me, but I did it anyways. The first stream that I did, I was super, super shy. I was super nervous. The result wasn't that good, but I still did it despite what I felt like because this means a lot to me. So you have to do it regardless. There's never going to be a perfect time. And the perfect time is just right now. Whatever it is that you're thinking of doing, stop thinking, start doing. I like how you're straight to the point and how you can clearly prove that you don't need to learn anatomy to get better at character. And yeah, you don't need it, bro. Like, I never discard the importance of it, but I only discard the fluff that surrounds it. So many people they teach that fluff. They teach it because they want to sound cool. I don't want to sound cool. I don't care. I don't give a shit if I don't sound cool, bro. The only shits that I give is that, bro, are you getting results? Are you becoming a better sculptor? Are you making the characters that you want? That is all I care about. And the reason that is what I care about is because I wish someone had done the same for me. When I was struggling with sculpting, I wish someone had taught me exactly in the way that I teach. And that is why I love making content. So many people, what they do is that they just, if they want to be like, let's say a sculpting artist, they go to YouTube, find the best tutorials, try to replicate those tutorials and think that, wow, this is going to make me successful. They go to ChatGPT and write, oh, what are the 5 video ideas that I can make a video about? And then ChatGPT gives them idea and the script and they say that script online. Like, bro, what's the point? Why don't I learn from ChatGPT instead? Why should I learn from you? The whole point of making content is that you should present a new perspective. You should present your own perspective, your own struggles. What is it that you struggle with? And how can you help the audience, your audience, who is going through the same thing, beat that stuff? It's a refreshing take. I appreciate the feedback, my friend. Thank you. Exactly, like practicing is something that can work against you. You need to know what to practice, not just to practice. Because if you practice the wrong things, you will get better at doing the wrong things. Yeah, 100%, bro. It is very important that you know what do you have to practice. And that is why, like, every course that I've ever made, bro, it's absolutely step by step. So if you join this free 1 month sculpting challenge, it's absolutely free, by the way. So if you join this, bro, you have a step by step approach. Step by step, you know exactly when to move from one video to the next video. There is no guesswork here. You have clear benchmarks, you have clear instructions on when to move from one video to the next video, so that you don't struggle in any part of the process. You don't feel lost. You know exactly what to practice. After this video, you have to practice the next video and then the next video. And if you follow this order, bro, you will be able to sculpt characters, sculpt faces in Blender in the easiest way possible, in the quickest time possible. And there's so many results. Like, I've shown you guys results already. Results do not lie. Yes, I love the no bullshit approach. I need the truth and not someone telling me how great everything is, but what is shite and what I need to fix, do better. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Hi, when sculpting, why start with low poly? Wouldn't it make sense to jump straight to 2 million polygons? That is a very good question, my friend, and that is not how you want to look at it. The reason being, bro, I want you to imagine this. Imagine that there's a piece of shit here, right? There's a piece of shit, right? And then this piece of shit, bro, I want to make this piece of shit pretty. So what I do is to make this piece of shit pretty, bro, I put some flowers on this piece of shit. I'm putting some flowers. I'm adding some colorful sprinkles. And I'm putting some ribbons and some glitter and everything on this piece of shit, bro. And I'm doing my best to make this piece of shit look nice. At the end of the day, bro, no matter how much I try, this is a piece of shit. No one wants it. The same thing goes for your sculpts. So when you're sculpting something, bro, you have to start with the low poly base. You have to start with the low poly mesh and block out. If your block out sucks, you can make the most beautiful eyes, the most beautiful mouth, the most beautiful nose, and it's going to suck as well. So there's no point proceeding with your sculpt going further if the base six suck. And the reason that we don't go super high poly is, let me give you this example as well. So imagine this, bro. Imagine that there's a cube here. Let's duplicate this cube 2 times. And let's say this is the reference that I want. Okay. This is the shape that I want out of these two cubes. Now this cube is low poly, but this cube, let's subdivide it a few times. So let's subdivide this cube so that it has more polygons. And now let's say this is the reference. So on this cube, what I do is I just pick this edge and boom, I have that shape because it was low poly. Now on this cube, bro, there's no way in hell I could do that. Even if I turn on, I don't know, what was this called? Proportional editing and everything, it's not going to work. The reason being that I just added so much geometry. The same thing goes for sculpting. When something is low poly like this, you have less things to move around, you have less errors to adjust, there's less things that you need to fix. But when something is super high poly like this, and let's say you start with a sphere that's already 2 million polygons, you have to move it around, there's more things you have to move, there's more things you have to adjust, there's more things you'll have to fix. So it's going to take so much longer. And this is how you should always proceed with your sculpts, step by step, level by level. Start low poly, work your way to the high poly. You start low poly to get the base shapes down and tweak easier for you to later go on. Yep, 100%. Though Ishaq will explain it better. I have this shitty example that I share every time with a piece of shit. But it's not so shitty, bro. It works. This example sticks in your mind. And the other way you can think about this is imagine that you're baking a cake, my friend. And then when you take this out of the oven, this piece over here, the base of the cake is burned. It's toast. It's black. You don't want to eat a burnt cake, do you? Now, when you have this burnt base over here, is there any point adding icing to this? Any point adding a cherry on top of this cake? It's not going to fix it. The only thing that's going to fix it is rebaking it, making the base nice, making sure that it's not burnt. So when you have something low poly, that is what you can do. And you can see over here, the hair as well. Right now, it's super low poly. What I am focusing on is just the overall shape, the overall silhouette of this. And once I have that, only then will I go high poly. It's so cool working in low poly. I love it so much. Yep, I love working in low poly as well. It really is completely different way of training and practicing. Yes, 100%. Bro. This is also why I don't like using, what do you call it? Dynamesh? Dynamesh? I'm not sure what. I think it's Dynamesh in Blender. Dynamesh. It's Dynamesh. I don't like using Dynamesh because Dynamesh, when you zoom in closer, you have more detail. When you zoom out, you have less detail, and it's just super annoying. Your mesh basically ends up with some high poly areas, some low poly areas, and it's just not nice. So you always want to have something super low poly. The reason I love remesh is because it just distributes geometry very evenly, and you don't have to worry about it. Alrighty, I have to hop out now. See you later. Sure thing, my friend. Take care. Have a great day. Appreciate you tuning in. Anyway, if your low poly is fundamentally too far from the reference or does not look believable, adding more polygons is not going to save you. Yeah, exactly that. So many people, what they do is that they have a shitty sculpt, and what they think is going to fix that sculpt is adding pores, adding lights, and it won't end well, bro. Like I told you, bro, if you have a burnt cake, you can add whatever topping you want. It's not going to fix that cake. Same way, if you have a bad sculpt to begin with, just like Shizuma said, if you have something that's fundamentally wrong, the low poly is fundamentally wrong, no amount of details, no amount of pose will fix that. It's not going to happen. This is why low poly is super, super, super important. Do you have an ArtStation account? Yes, but I don't use it that often. I think I haven't uploaded anything since, I don't know, bro. How long has it been since I've uploaded something? Let's see. ArtStation. Nope. ArtStation. Yep. I haven't opened it so much that it's not even signed in. ArtStation Ishaq Sculpt. Here's what I've posted, bro. My favorite sculpt over here is this sexy banana that I sculpted. This sexy banana is my favorite sculpt, bro. Mature content. Why do I have to sign in? Okay, screw that. I have the image. I am the original author, so I have the image to it. Let me show you guys. Flash warning, by the way. So if you're sensitive, close your eyes, and I will tell you when to open your eyes. Okay? Don't worry. I will tell you to open your eyes. So flash warning. Close your eyes. Let me show you. All right. Here's the banana, guys. Here's my favorite sculpt that I've sculpted so far. This sexy banana. I love it. And if you're wondering what this is basically the mascot to the new Nano Banana Flash. So I just made the mascot to the new Gemini Nano Banana Flash. So this is my favorite piece, by the way. Yep. So guys, you can open your eyes now. The banana is off the screen. It's just so big. I know, man. The super cool thing about this is, oh my god, I have to find it now. Let me find the file. And I think I'll stop on this sculpt here. I will continue this later after the stream because I also have to hop off now. We have a weekly call inside the Davinci School at 4 p.m. and I have to prepare for that. But I'm really, really happy with how this has turned out so far. Looks really nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work on his hair a bit, and then what I will also be doing is I will make his eyes black and then I will post it. So yep, that's going to be very exciting. So let me show you guys. Like Kieran, bro, like you've touched a very sensitive topic. Let me show you guys. By the way, flash warning again. Close your eyes, guys, if you don't want to see a banana on the screen. Lol, I've been referenced. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, bro. Let me get back to you. Just a sec. Let me just show this and I will get back to you. Just a sec. So this scene over here, the way that is set up, look at how the eyes follow you. And he looks so menacing. We're like, this is so cool, bro. So not only is the banana who's flashing, but he's also staring at you, no matter where you look at it from. All right, sorry, my man. Let me get back to your question. Could you please explain what Davinci School is about and how the intake process carries on after filling in the server list? 100%. Let me show you what the Davinci School is. The Davinci School is my paid community. So I have two communities. One of them is free, one of them is paid. The free one is over here where you have the free 1 month head sculpting challenge. You have this community, and every Saturday I go live and share feedback here. The Davinci School is for more serious members. It is my premium community. What happens here is that you get 3 months of private one-to-one mentorship where we get on calls 2 times a week. So you get personal training, you get more courses here. And what you get over here is, you can see, you get the anatomy course. Once again, all of these courses over here are absolutely step by step. Absolutely step by step. You know exactly when to move from one video to the next, and you will see results, insane results in every part. So have a look at the torsos. This is the torsos that the people are sculpting inside the community. And you can see Henry, bro. Like, he sculpted this in day 6. Finally, it was the first anatomy course that I've watched in 5 years that really helped me understand the process about sculpting and not just names. So like I said, bro, I don't like diving into the names. You don't need that bullshit information. You don't need that. So I just focus on the shapes and form that you need. Let's have a look at the legs. So everyone hates legs, and I hate sculpting the legs, but I make sculpting the legs so easy because I don't dive in the bullshit terms, and this is the kind of result that the members are producing inside. And we get insane results every single day, bro. So not only do you get that one-on-one support, you also get access to the serious community. Everyone here is serious about sculpting. You can see Joshua. Joshua just completed his stylized characters. And this is his full body stylized character that Joshua just completed. And that's so cool. So we get to see stories and results like this every single day. You share your work, we celebrate your win together. Apart from all of that, what you also get inside the community is, if you go to the calendar section, we have 2 calls every single week. So every week you get 2 additional calls, which are the community calls, which you can join and still get feedback, support for your work. And even when you post inside the community and I see that, okay, there's something that I can help you with, I make a video or I share some feedback that will help you move forward. So never in the process do you feel lost. So this is the Davinci School. This is basically a community designed to get you results, guaranteed to get you results. And the process after you apply to the wait list, so this is the waiting list over here. What happens is that I reach out to the members. So you share your emails. Oh shit, I shouldn't have leaked the emails. What the I'm so amateur. But yeah, you get the gist. So the emails here, basically what I will do is I will reach out to you guys and I will let you know when the doors are about to open, which are very open very soon, by the way. I am already reaching out to the members inside the waiting list, and we have already started. I have already taken one enrollment inside the community. So that is happening. I only take limited slots at a time because I don't want to take in more students than I can handle. I told you this is very active community. I'm actively sharing feedback inside. I'm working with you guys to get you the results that you want. So I can only handle a bunch of people at a time. And that is why the slots are limited. And the waiting list is here. I'm reaching out to the people in the waiting list. If the slots are gone, they are gone. Skellen. Bro, what name did you apply by? I probably might have already sent you emails. I remember that today I just sent emails to the people inside the waiting list. So if you guys are interested, by all means, just check the link in the description and you can apply for the Davinci School as well. This is the best place that you can be to learn sculpting. Not only do you get the best courses ever, because they do not dive into the fluff, they do not dive into terms that you don't need. I focus only on the things that get you result. I focus on the 80-20 principle, the 20% stuff that gets you result in. The 20% stuff that gets you 80% results. And that is why I have the fastest results, the best results in the market. No one gets results this quick. People who have been overwhelmed, stuck in tutorial hell for years, find resolve over here in a matter of weeks. And that's insane. That's insane. Simply because I don't overwhelm you guys. Everything that you don't need, I don't teach you. I feel like as part of being a content creator, it's not important that I only tell you guys, okay, this is what you learn, this is what you do, and this is what you do. It's also very important that I tell you what not to do. Pulsar FX. I think I might have sent you an email, but I'll double check. And let me just double check over here in my emails. And this time I've learned my lesson not to show emails on the screen. Let me double check. I think I've already sent you an email. Oh, let me check here. Let me do this on the other monitor. So yeah, I'm doing it on the other monitor this time.
because I've learned my lesson. Pulsar FX. Bro, I don't have your application here. Yeah, there's no one here by the name of Pulsar FX. Or did you apply in the waiting list, the Google form? Let me double check that. Yeah, no Pulsar FX here. Yeah, the Google form. Okay, let me show you the Google form here. So I have the applicants on the Davinci School, the school community, and I also have on the Google form. And no one here is Pulsar FX. You might want to fill the form again, or if you're on school, just send me a DM and I'll get back to you. So no problem. Oh wait, let me do this. So just what you do is just click on this link and you can book a call with me and we can go through your application. Peter Najawa is me. Oh, okay, perfect. I get it. Awesome. Yeah, I already sent you an email, my friend. If not, I'll just send it again. Alrighty guys, I do have to bounce now, but I think we can work on here a little bit. Let me just briefly tell you on how I would go about it so that you're not left completely hanging. So what I will do is now I will go high poly on the here since I have the blockout done. And with the clay strips brush, what I like to do is I just like to make these big strands, these clump of hair. So hair in itself is very complicated, but what I am looking at is I'm just looking at these big clumps over here. So notice this clump over here. Okay, notice this clump over here, this one that goes. So we have this clump, we have this clump going up. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at these clumps of hair. And with the clay strip brush, what I do is I just sculpt these clump of hair. I'm not focusing on the details yet. I'm just focusing on getting some clumps. Okay, so we have a clump here. We have another clump here. And this one definitely we can use the snake hook brush. So the snake hook brush is really nice for this. We can use the snake hook brush and continue this and pull this out. So, and this is how I sculpt here. It's a bit of a tedious process, but I promise this is much easier than dealing with those curves and the hair particles bullshit. Those are a mess on their own, man. I don't like using that. I like sculpting my hair. So you make clumps like this and just make sure that some of them, they overlap each other. You have a bit of randomness, a bit of this overlapping going on. And then once you have the hair, so see how now we're getting the illusion of hair already with this. I want to sculpt this strand. So this clump here. I want to sculpt another clump here. So you just think of these in terms of clumps. And once you have these clumps, you can once again go higher poly. And this is an additional step. So if you want, you can go in deeper and try to make some hair strands. If you want. By the way, hair is something that is so complicated, bro. You can spend longer on the face than you spend on the... You can spend longer on the hair than you spend on the whole face. No kidding, by the way. So I just sculpted to a point where I can sell you the illusion that yes, this is hair. And once I'm at that point, I just stop. And let me show you some examples of the hair that I've sculpted. Is it? Where is it? Where is the pure ref? Here is the pure ref. So you see, as long as I can give you the illusion of hair, I'm in a good place, bro. And this is how I sculpt hair. the hairs that I make. Wow, I don't have other ones that I did in 2026. So let me upload them as well. So I did Morpheus. We sculpted Morpheus on the stream. So we now have Morpheus. I also did this really sick Batman versus Superman. And there's no way you can convince me that this would end any other way. This is what would happen if Batman chooses to fight Superman. This is going to happen. Like, you can cry, I don't care if Batman is your favorite superhero, but there's no denying that this is what's going to happen. We also sculpted Ziz, and yeah, I used the same approach here with Ziz here, Ziz here. Let me show you. It's the same approach. You make the block out, you use the glitter brush, and then you add more details later on. So we have Ziz here. Yep, same approach over here. I just want to sell you the illusion of here. And I don't usually go super crazy with it. So let's wait for this to save. Let's close this. And yes, guys, with that said, I have to now bounce because I have to go and prepare for the community call. And I will share the update of this sculpt later.